Well, that's the video you're about to see now was supposed to be a different video. I was gonna try do a live commentary thing, but when I recorded it and I was finished and everything, I realized I hadn't recorded my screen, which is kind of an important part. So instead, I just kind of edited together the beat and me kind of talking over it, explaining how I made everything, and kind of that way, kind of how I do in my finishing every beat series. Yeah, I hope it's still enjoyable. But yeah, I should have more live kind of commentary things in the next few weeks and months. So yeah, hope you enjoy. So first thing I did was pick out a sample. So I took that and I made this loop out of it. Yeah, so that's the loop. And the reason it sounds so kind of glitchy is because I have this beats mode selected, which kind of only, as you can see here, it only preserves the transients. So that kind of gives you that choppy feel and the choppy vibe, which I was going for. You can set it to like Complex Pro if you want it more smooth, which sounds like this. Personally though, for the vibe I wanted, I kept it to the transients preserving thing. Yeah, so the next thing I did then was take this other part of the sample and I reversed it, so I'll play it unreversed. Yeah, so just a really simple like 3-note loop. And then I looped it over the length of the other sample. Then I have it unreversed for the last part there, so together then they sound like this. Once I had that done, I was pretty happy because I thought I had a good bounce there that I could add some drums to pretty easily. But I then added a few effects. One was this EQH just to take out the lows and the highs. Once I did that though, I kind of felt like it was a bit empty, so I added this OTT to add in a bit of the color, I suppose. Kind of makes it a bit noisier. After that, it was this delay, which is this primal tap. I won't open it because I don't think you'll be able to see it, but sometimes I'll add a few delays. It's only a short delay, so it kind of just gives it a bit of more of a reverb effect, I guess. That's one. That's all of them together then. And lastly, I side changed it to the drums. The next part I did was the drums. As I said, once I had the bounce for the melody and the sample, I thought the drums would be easy, but it actually turned out to be quite hard. I ended up throwing a drum loop onto it, but I usually don't really like to use a drum loop in its entirety, so I chopped it up a small bit and added a few more things. So here's the drum loop without the chops, just by itself. Then the drums that I chopped up sound like this. Yeah, so I kept it pretty similar, just kind of made it a bit choppier and changed a few of the kind of kick and the open hat placements. I also added this drum bus, which really beefs it up. So with the sample together then, it sounds like this. Yeah, so once I had that section done, I duplicated it out a few times just to kind of get the arrangement going. And I added a few of these little sound effects here. They're pretty simple, just to kind of give some variety. As you can hear there as well, I also just reversed a few of the drums at the start of one of the bars. Coming towards the middle section of the first part, I changed this reverse part a bit. I just changed the melody. Once that was done, then I made an intro, which is over here. First thing I did for the intro was find another part of the sample that I liked, which sounds like this. I put a auto pan on it and took out some of the lows, as you can see there. Just putting it from left to right kind of gives the atmospheric vibe for the intro. Then I chopped the samples slightly differently, not too much. It's kind of the same, but I wanted to keep it similar. Then I took the drums and I took all the lows out of them. So all together then that sounds like this. To get that kind of drowning effect, I added this auto filter here on the master. So I'll just play it so you can see what it's doing. Yeah, you can see it kind of drifts down and then right before the drop it comes back up. Pretty simple stuff, but added a nice effect to it. Right, so after I had that first section done, I was messing around with the sample a bit to try and find another section that'd be cool. I ended up coming up with this other section that was in 6/8. So I rechopped the sample to different time signature. It sounds like this. Yeah, I like that quite a lot, and I kind of, in the same way that I did with the first part, I chopped up that drum loop into something that sounds like this. A bit off time, a bit kind of, you know, not perfect. That's how I like it though. Then I added this little vocal loop. As well as this one. So all together then they sound like this. Then I wanted to make a transition between the two, so I kind of added in some of the second part elements to the first part towards the end. Sounds like this. So it goes from 4/4 to 6/8 here then. That's pretty much the whole beat. You guys enjoyed, and I'll play it from the start so you can listen to the whole thing. Thanks for watching. Peace.